On a farm bathed in morning sunlight, a little piglet named Percy found himself in an unusual situation. He was nestled amongst a flock of sheep, munching on the dew-kissed clover.
I love the feel of the soft grass beneath my hooves and the gentle warmth of the sun on my back.
The sheep didn't seem to mind his presence either. Percy, with his playful antics and endless curiosity, had befriended a kind old sheep named Woolly. Woolly, with his calm demeanor and wise eyes, had taken a liking to the little piglet.
Life beyond the fence is a mystery for another time, young Percy. For now, enjoy the sun on your face and the grass beneath your feet.
And so Percy did, content in the company of his woolly friend. One afternoon, their peaceful grazing was interrupted by the arrival of the shepherd. He was a tall man with a kind face, but his presence always sent a ripple of unease through the flock. As the shepherd began to herd the sheep, Percy felt a sudden pang of fear.
What's happening? Why is he here?
Before he could even bleat in protest, the shepherd scooped him up in his arms. Percy squealed in alarm, struggling to break free from the firm grip.
Woolly, help!
The sheep, huddled together, watched on with concern etched on their faces. Woolly, pushing his way to the front, bleated questioningly at the shepherd. The shepherd, with a reassuring smile, patted Percy's head.
Don't you worry, little one. It's time for you to go home.
Home? Percy wondered. What did he mean? This was his home, wasn't it? He had never known any other. As the shepherd carried Percy away, the piglet's cries grew louder. He looked back at the sheep, his eyes wide with confusion and fear.
Don't be afraid, little one. You'll be all right.
Percy didn't understand. Why wasn't Woolly afraid? Why weren't the other sheep trying to help him? Weren't they friends? He wriggled in the shepherd's arms, his little heart pounding in his chest.
There, little one. It's all right to be scared. But I promise, no harm will come to you.
His words did little to comfort Percy. He watched as the familiar pasture grew smaller and smaller, the worried faces of his sheep friends fading into the distance. A wave of loneliness washed over him. Where was the shepherd taking him? And why? Percy's journey with the shepherd was a confusing one. He was taken to a different part of the farm, a place he had never seen before. He saw other pigs, big and small, going about their business. But these pigs seemed different. They seemed to understand something that Percy didn't.
What is this place? Why do these pigs seem so different?
It was then that the realization dawned on him. He wasn't like the sheep. He wasn't meant to graze in the pasture with Woolly and his friends. He was a pig, and pigs had a different purpose on the farm. A purpose he was yet to fully understand.
I see. I wasn't meant to stay with the sheep forever.
That day, Percy learned a valuable lesson about perspective. He realized that his viewpoint, shaped by his limited experience, was not the only one. The sheep had their role on the farm, and he had his. And while their paths might diverge, their friendship, forged in shared moments under the sun, would always hold a special place in his heart.